Now, for Heat 4A, the lane assignments are going to be lane number 1 is going to be Gunnar O'Farrell in the Spirit of 76. BWR Racing and Andrew Tate's going to be in lane 2. Dylan Runney's going to be in 3 in the 40. Shane is going to be in the 4th lane in the 27 Apollo. U6, Brandon Kennedy going to be on the outside. That obviously is a shakeup as to what we had before. The reason for the shakeup is there were some errors made on both the data acquisition side and the tech truck communication sequence that occurred between the pit area and the start finish line tower. This is an issue that will be addressed by the H1 people, but the decision was made, even though it was after the fact. We still want to do the right thing and follow the rule book. And following the rule book, once the information was understood, following the rule book correctly led us to having to change our lineup in 4A and 4B. So we just learned about this recently, very recently, within the last few minutes. This is what's happening. This is why the boats are coming out on the water as they are now. And we are going to get the boats out. We'll get them up. We will get them running. It should be a good heat. There's going to be 5 of them. The lineup is just slightly different from what you saw before. And what has occurred to cause all of this, the issue, the error, involves data acquisition and the reading on the U1 BWR Racing. Their data came back inconclusive, no data recorded. Therefore, they lost their first place finish and the points. That shuffled the deck on who is going to be in the heats. That's why you see the boats on the water that you see right now. And across the line right now is the U21, Gunnar O'Farrell. He's going to run in this heat. It is also going to include the U40, Dylan Runney. Here comes the aforementioned Andrew Tate in the U1, the BWR Racing. And Andrew is going to need a good run here in this heat because of losing those 400 points. Across the line also is the Royer Miss Madison. Here comes Jimmy Shane in the U27 Apollo. I'm scrambling here trying to figure the heats or the lanes.
And Brad, we can cover all the data stuff after this heat too. We'll have more time to go over it, but I mean, this heat is going to be an absolute barn burner right now. With I have down the 21 in lane 1, the 1 in lane 2, the 40 in 3, the 27 in lane 4, and the 6 on the outside in lane 5. So I mean, this with only just under 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock, this is going to be a barn burner. It
is going to be a barn burner, and the guy I look for to really go out and run really strong, and he's in a good position, is Andrew Tate. He's in a really good position in this heat. Unfortunately, it's because of what happened in the previous one. So he's now sitting in lane number 2. Just to his right is going to be the U40 Bucket List Racing, and oh boy, Dylan Runney, he's got to look out to the left. Inside of him in lane 2, it's going to be Andrew Tate. Looks to the right, going to have Jimmy Shane. And then it is Brandon Kennedy on the outside in the Madison. We're coming up on 150 to the start.
Yeah, when Andrew Tate came down for his timing run, you could tell that he is laser focused here. That boat was as light as we've seen it all weekend long. He's not going for just points in this thing. He's going for 400 points, and he's going to have to try doing it from lane 2 right now.
Boy, we got four boats coming across start-finish line right now, and they are starting to slot in their lanes. Gunnar O'Farrell is sitting in lane number 1. Andrew Tate is sitting in 2, as he should be. Dylan Runney's down at the bottom end of the race course. He is the lead boat down there. Those of you watching on the live stream see that boat at the bottom of the screen. That's Dylan. He is in his lane number 3, and Jimmy Shane is in the 4 lane where he should be. Brandon Kennedy is on the outside. Everybody is where they should be. Coming up on 50 seconds in 3, 2, 1, mark. 50 seconds until our start. The boats are in a good position. They are in their lanes. Dustin, forget everything else for right now. Buckle up. 5 of the fastest race boats in the world are halfway up the backstretch for our Heat 4A.
Yeah, we're just over 30 seconds away from an incredible start here, and one that means the world to most of these drivers right now, because the front row of the final is on the line. I think a second place or better would put the 27 with lane choice, but everything else is up in the air.
Everything else is indeed up in the air. But here they come off the top end of the race course. 15 seconds. We're counting down to 14-12. I like a 12-second run off that pin. Gunner's going to come down with the field if he's not too early. Inside 10, inside 5. We are 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark Gunner was clear that he was across. Dylan Runny this time between the BWR boats. He's got to the line with him. Jimmy broke the clock legal, although Gunnar O'Farrell has jumped the gun as we anticipated, but they're all going to have to drive around him. So it's tough for us to see what's going on. There is Shane on the outside, but it's going to be Tate from lane number 2. Runny is in between boats. So your leader is the boat on the inside. He jumped the gun. It's the 3 boats behind him, and on the outside, it is Jimmy Shane running hard down the backstretch, but he's got company on the right-hand side, Dustin.
Yeah, Dylan Runny's in a bad spot right now. He needs to get clear. Andrew Tate just inside of Jimmy Shane, and there's a hallway there. Dylan Runny trying to make room in there. Good job of staying dry. Shane on the outside, but look at Tate. Tate takes over the lead.
Tate does take over the lead. He comes down the front straightaway. Oh, the 2 BWR boats are tied together. It is Shane on the outside, Tater on the inside. Dylan has dropped back right now, and both of the BWR boats, Tate and Shane, have cleared Gunnar O'Farrell. So they're out front. They can decide this between the 2 of them.
Tate leaves lane 1 open for the inside boat, but they're deck to deck with Shane on the outside. They are dead even at the exit, but now Tate squirts ahead a little bit, but here comes Shane.
Now check the acceleration. We've been watching it on Andrew Tate, but you want to talk about acceleration. Jimmy Shane in the U-27 Apollo. He says, I got plenty as well. That boat is a rocket ship, but now look at the top end on Tate. He is able to close up a little bit on Jimmy Shane. They have cleared the field. They are up here together all by themselves. Wow, what a corner up there. Oh, they were close, Dustin.
He took control of the racetrack. Now he's in total control out front. Got a boat length lead over Shane on the outside. He can set this corner up just right. He's going to go in just a little deep, drive Jimmy wide, and set up tight.
This is the final lap. The 2 BWR boats are out front, and they are running strong. Down to the corner. Who gets down there first? Well, it is Andrew Tate.
Wow, big hop from Tate. He launched. He went out about a lane. Jimmy Shane's just outside of him hip, and he's right on his hip right now at the exit.
Yeah, that hop cost Andrew Tate a bunch of momentum, and we talked earlier that doesn't come back in a hurry, but Tate's getting it back up and rolling. Remember, this is the run for the checkered flag. Andrew Tate on the inside, Jimmy Shane on the outside. He's got to get up there with him. Shane's going to try and hold Tate in tight to the corner, but they're dead even when they get there. They're going to be really close together. Oh my goodness, that's a good looking corner. Now the run to the checkered flag. Tate inside, Shane outside, and your winner is Andrew Tate. Got across first. Holy Toledo, that was good.
It all came down to that final turn.
It
what a great
did.
job by Andrew Tate.
Wow. Dylan Runny will come by in 3rd place. Our 4th boat across the line is going to be the Spirit of 76 with Gunnar O'Farrell. He jumped the start. He'll get a 1-minute penalty. Then it's going to be Brandon Kennedy in the Royer Miss Madison. And you know what? They just keep stuffing points in the bank. Finish, 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 and stay legal.
Wow, what a heat. I mean, that went back and forth so many times, and what Andrew Tate did there, I mean, it was absolutely incredible, but he had just enough boat length lead over Jimmy Shane on the outside to where he dictated the corner. He set up just a little bit wide, kept Shane wide, and then at the apex he dove in and he made Jimmy Shane steer off of his boat, and that's what got him the win.
Unofficial results. How about that? And aside from the gun jump of Gunnar O'Farrell, where there was no question, there are no calls on the water. The water's clean. So Andrew Tate, at least on the water, comes home with 400 points and a 1st place finish, one he needed very badly. Jimmy Shane will receive 300 points, assuming everybody goes through tech. Jimmy Shane will come home with 300 points. Dylan Runny gets 225. The Madison boys pick up another 169. Gunner, with the penalty, will pick up 127.
Andrew, we'll start with you. What was your vantage point as you were crossing the finish line and this guy was right on your coattail?
Oh, that's about it. I mean, my whole right side mirror was nothing but stars and stripes, so that was a good one. He had a flyer from the outside there at the start, and we definitely had our work cut out from us the whole time, but I don't know. Let's just let him take it away here.
Jimmy, how much more difficult does he make it being on the inside?
Oh, God. I mean, that's obviously the hardest we've run all weekend long, I think, in a heat race, and to have that finish at the end of the race, it's exactly why we're here, to put a show on for the fans, and just to have, I mean, I came in and I was like, that was the coolest race ever, man, like that was awesome. And so if we're that pumped up, I'm sure the fans are all pumped up and everybody watching the live stream are pumped up, so that's what we're here to do.
You guys had the biggest smiles on your faces as soon as you both popped out of your boats. How do you balance the competition with actually being teammates out here?
I think teammates is probably the wrong word. Same ownership, different entities, I think would be a good way to put it. But, we don't share everything, but we share a lot of stuff and bounce ideas off each other. And I'm learning a lot from Jimmy, to be honest with you. Smart guy, knows how to set up a race boat. So I think that's advantageous for me to continue to grow as a driver. And I'm open to kind of picking his brain and listening to what he says. I don't know if he's lying to me sometimes or not, but I'd like to think not.
Is this guy your teammate or no?
I think he just called me the old guy.
I was going to say the older brother. You can call him the little brother.
The old guy. I know I got some grays coming in, but no, we're having a blast. I mean, how can you not with that result? And we're boat racers. We want to see a good boat race. We want to be in a good boat race. And I like the other heat when I was running side by side with Mike, and I was just behind him, and you come out of the corner, the spray clears, and I'm watching the other boat. Like, I'm watching, him. I'm like, how high is he going to fly this thing? And I'm watching how far his sponsons are off the water, and I'm kind of like forgetting about, oh, shoot, I'm racing a boat too. Like, I need to watch my stuff. But I'm looking over there, I'm like, man, that boat looks good on the water. It's cool. But that's what it's all about. We're just having fun. What a run for the Ratchford family and Bruce and Apollo and BWR Racing. You can't ask for a qualifying heat any better than that.
Fantastic. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.